Welcome to Eternal Enigma. Hell has standards, strict hierarchy, perfect organization. Every demon has a rank, a function, a place in the infernal machine. Lucifer rules from the top. The 7 princes command their legions. The 72 goetic demons serve in specialized roles. Even the lowest imps have positions in the system. Hell is order, dark, twisted, evil order, but order nonetheless. But there are entities so chaotic, so fragmentary, so utterly broken, that even hell won't accept them. Being so dangerous, they threaten the infernal hierarchy itself. Creatures that exist in the spaces between heaven and hell, rejected by both, belonging to neither. Today you're meeting the entity that's too broken for hell, too corrupted for heaven, and too dangerous to destroy. Its name is Legion, and it's not one demon, it's thousands trapped in a single nightmare existence that even Satan won't touch. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. This is the entity that hell itself fears. Why hell needs order. Before we understand what hell rejects, we need to understand what hell requires: organization. Hell isn't chaos. That's a common misconception. Hell is anti-order, masquerading as order. Its hierarchical ranks from Satan to lowest imp. Territorial demons have jurisdictions. Functional, each demon specializes. Contractual demons follow rules, make binding agreements. Predictable, you can summon, bargain with, and dismiss demons using proper protocol. Why organization matters. Demons are fallen angels. They retained angelic structure, even while corrupting angelic purpose. Just as heaven has 9 orders of angels perfectly organized, hell has its hierarchy perfectly inverted. This organization serves Satan's purposes, prevents internal chaos. Demons would war constantly without structure, maximizes efficiency. Organized evil is more effective than chaotic evil, maintains power. Satan stays on top because hierarchy keeps lower demons in place, enables contracts. Binding agreements require lawful evil, not chaotic evil. But some entities break the system. There are beings that can't fit into hell's hierarchy because they're too unstable, no fixed identity. They're too powerful, threaten the hierarchy itself. They're too corrupted, even hell has limits. They're ontologically other, not quite demon, not quite anything. These entities exist in liminal spaces, rejected by both heaven and hell. Too dangerous to destroy, too broken to integrate. We're going to explore the primary example, then examine other rejected entities and understand why even hell has things it won't accept. The biblical account. Mark 5:1-20. Jesus crosses the Sea of Galilee and encounters a man possessed by an unclean spirit living among the tombs. The details are horrifying. Verse 3-5. He lived among the tombs, and no one could bind him anymore, not even with a chain, for he had often been bound with shackles and chains, but he wrenched the chains apart, and he broke the shackles in pieces. No one had the strength to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and on the mountains, he was always crying out and cutting himself with stones. This is severe, chronic possession with superhuman strength and self-destructive compulsion. The confrontation. Jesus commands, "Come out of the man, you unclean spirit." Then asks, "What is your name?" The answer that changes everything. "My name is Legion, for we are many." Legion, a Roman military unit of 4,000, 6,000 soldiers. This isn't one demon, it's thousands of demons, somehow inhabiting a single human body simultaneously. The desperate plea. And he begged him earnestly not to send them out of the country. Notice, Legion begs. Demons don't usually beg, they command, threaten, bargain. But Legion is desperate, pleading not to be sent away. Why? Where would they go? The swine, a herd of 2,000 pigs, is nearby. Legion begs, "Send us to the pigs, let us enter them." Jesus permits it. The demons enter the pigs. Immediately, the entire herd rushes down the steep bank into the sea and drowns. Critical questions. Why were thousands of demons in one man? Possessions typically involve one, maybe a few demons. Why is Legion different? Why did they beg not to be sent away? What were they afraid of? Why enter pigs rather than find other humans? Pigs are unclean animals. Why choose them? Did the demons drive them to suicide, or did the pigs prefer death to possession? The theological problem. Legion represents something that shouldn't exist in demonic taxonomy. Demons are individual beings, fallen angels. Each has identity, name, rank. They can cooperate but remain distinct. But Legion is do ordak, multiple demons functioning as collective, identifying as we, not I, somehow unified yet fragmented, neither individual nor truly collective. What is Legion? Theory Nut 1, a fragmented demon. The concept. Legion was originally one powerful demon who was shattered, broken into thousands of pieces, each piece a semi-independent fragment. Possible causes. Divine punishment. God shattered this demon as punishment for extreme transgression worse than the original fall. The fragmentation is eternal torment. The demon is conscious in thousands of pieces simultaneously, unable to reunite, unable to find peace. Magical catastrophe. Ancient sorcerers attempted to bind and destroy this demon using forbidden magic. The spell backfired, fragmenting the entity instead of destroying it. Self-corruption. The demon's nature became so contradictory, so divided against itself, that its essence literally split into competing fragments. Why hell won't accept it? A fragmented demon can't fit into hierarchy. It has no stable identity, no fixed rank, no predictable function. It's demonic schizophrenia made manifest. Supporting evidence. Rockall Legion speaks as we, multiple, but has one name, unity. The fragments cooperate, same goal but are distinct. Many demons. They're desperate for embodiment. Any body, even pigs. Suggesting fragmentation makes them vulnerable. Theory 2. Collective consciousness of damned. The concept. Legion isn't fallen angels. It's the collected consciousness of damned humans who became so demonized in life that their souls merged into collective entity after death. Biblical hints. The possessed man lived among the tombs, surrounded by the dead. Jewish tradition held that demons haunted graves. What if Legion is literally composed of the dead buried there? The logic. Certain humans become so corrupted that after death, instead of going to normal hell, individual torment, their souls amalgamate into collective horror. Many consciousnesses trapped in single nightmarish existence. Why hell won't accept it? Hell is for individual punishment. Each soul is judged individually, tormented individually. Legion violates this. It's collective damnation which doesn't fit hell's structure. Medieval support. Some medieval theologians proposed that particularly wicked humans could become demons after death. Legion might be the result. Thousands of human souls demonized and fused. Theory Tyre. The Qliphothith shells. Kabbalistic interpretation. In Kabbalah, the Qliphothith, Caliphate, are shells or husks, the broken, discarded fragments of failed creation. They're not demons exactly, but demonic residue. The concept. Before our current reality, God attempted creation multiple times according to some Kabbalistic texts. These attempts produced broken vessels, shattered fragments of failed beings. Legion could be a collective of these Qliphothic shells, not coherent demons, but the fragments of beings that never fully formed. Why hell won't accept it? Hell is for fallen angels and damned humans, beings with identity. Qliphoth have no real identity. They're ontological debris, cosmic garbage. They don't fit anywhere in the system. Why they need bodies? Without embodiment, Qliphoth are barely conscious, drifting fragments. Only by possessing a body, human or animal, do they gain temporary coherence. When the pigs drowned, Legion was forced back into fragmentary existence, conscious but scattered, awareness without form. Theory Step 4. Nephilim spirits. The Book of Enoch connection. Harpeen Anak describes the Nephilim, giant offspring of watchers and human women. When these giants died in the flood, their spirits became demons, and now the giants, who are produced from the spirits and flesh, shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, the nature of Nephilim spirits. Unlike fallen angels, one spirit, or humans, one soul, Nephilim are hybrids, part angel, part human. When they die, their spirits don't go to heaven, not fully angelic, or normal hell, not fully human. They become wandering spirits, belonging nowhere, accepted by neither realm. Legion as Nephilim collective. What if Legion is the collected spirits of multiple Nephilim hybrid entities that merged because they had nowhere else to go? Why hell won't accept them? Nephilim aren't fallen angels, they're abominations, unnatural hybrids. Hell's hierarchy is for angels who fell. Nephilim don't fit the ontological category. Supporting evidence. Legion has superhuman strength, Nephilim heritage, lives among tombs, dead but not at rest, begs not to be sent to the abyss, neither heaven nor hell, prefers any embodiment to disembodiment, spirits seeking flesh, like their watcher fathers. What happened to Legion after the pigs drowned? The text doesn't say. Possibilities. Option 1, scattered, back to fragmented existence, drifting as separate pieces. Option 2, abyss. Jesus sent them to the abyss, the prison for demons, after all. Option 3, still seeking. They're still wandering, looking for new bodies to inhabit. Option 4, reformation. They've found other hosts. Legion might still exist, possessing someone else right now. Legion isn't alone. There are other entities existing outside Hell's hierarchy. Entity number 1, Abaddon, Apollyon, the angel of the abyss. Revelation 9:11. They have as king over them the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in the Greek he has the name Apollyon. The problem: Abaddon is called the angel of the abyss, not a demon or fallen angel. He's the ruler of the abyss, the bottomless pit, which is separate from hell, Gehenna, lake of fire. The hierarchy issue: Lucifer, Satan, rules hell, Gehenna. Abaddon rules the abyss, Tartarus, bottomless pit. These are different domains. Abaddon isn't part of hell's hierarchy. He's parallel to it, governing a separate prison dimension. Why hell won't accept him? Abaddon has his own kingdom. He's not under Satan's authority. Revelation describes locusts emerging from the abyss under Abaddon's command. These aren't hell's demons, they're abyss entities. The function: the abyss is where the worst fallen angels are imprisoned. 2 Peter 2:4, Jude 6. Abaddon is their warden/king. Hell is for active demons and damned humans. The abyss is for imprisoned fallen angels awaiting judgment. Abaddon exists outside hell's structure because he governs a different realm entirely. Entity 2, Lilith, the first Eve, queen of demons. The legend, Jewish folklore, alphabet of Ben Sira, 700 to 1000 AD, describes Lilith as Adam's first wife, created from earth like Adam, not from his rib like Eve. The rebellion: Lilith refused to submit to Adam, demanding equality. When Adam insisted on dominance, she spoke the divine name, Havh, gained wings, and fled Eden. God sent 3 angels, Sanoi, Sansonoi, Semangalav, to bring her back. She refused, choosing exile over submission. The transformation: Lilith mated with Samael, or various demons, and became Proof-O, mother of demons, giving birth to 100 demon children daily. Succubus queen, seducing men in their sleep, killer of infants, strangling babies in revenge. Night demon, flying through darkness. Why hell won't accept her? Lilith isn't a fallen angel. She was human, or human-like. She's not damned in the traditional sense. She chose exile and demonization. She doesn't fit hell's hierarchy. Not an angel who fell, doesn't belong with fallen angels. Not a damned human. She was never judged, condemned. Not a created demon. She became demonic through choice. Her domain: Lilith rules the outer darkness or clipophotic realms, the spaces outside organized creation. She's not in hell, she's in the void between worlds. Supporting evidence: medieval grimoires describe Lilith as operating independently of hell's hierarchy. Invoking her doesn't follow normal demonic summoning protocols. She has her own rules. Entity number 3, the Nephilim spirits. The ontological problem: as mentioned with Legion, Nephilim spirits don't fit anywhere. Not angels. Angels are pure spirit, created by God. Nephilim are half angel, half human, hybrids, not humans. Demons are fallen angels with identity and rank. Nephilim spirits are hybrid entities without clear classification. What happened to them? 1 Enoch says they became evil spirits upon the earth, wandering, seeking embodiment, causing mischief and possession. But they're not in hell. They're on earth or in liminal spaces, unable to find rest. Why hell won't accept them? Hell is for angels who fell and humans who were damned. Nephilim are neither. They're abominations, category errors, beings that shouldn't exist. Including them in hell's hierarchy would be admitting that Satan's system isn't comprehensive, that there are beings outside his authority. So they wander, rejected by heaven, too corrupted, rejected by hell, wrong category, seeking bodies to inhabit. Legion might be a collective of these wandering Nephilim spirits. The Qliphoth are the husks, or shells, broken fragments of failed creation attempts or the residue of evil. The Tree of Death. While the Tree of Life, Sephiroth, represents divine emanation and order, the Qliphoth form an inverse tree, the Tree of Death or shadows. Key difference: Rondar, Sephiroth, organized, structured, hierarchical. Qliphoth, chaotic, fragmented, anti-structural. Why hell won't accept them? The Qliphoth are anti-order. Hell needs order, even evil order, to function. The Qliphoth are pure chaos. They threaten to destabilize Hell's hierarchy. Where they exist, in the outer darkness, the space outside organized creation. Not in heaven, not in hell, but in the gaps between. Qliphothic entities, not demons with names and ranks, but nameless horrors, fragmentary consciousnesses, echoes of broken beings, residual evil without coherent identity. They are too broken even for hell. Entity number 5, Cain, the first murderer, the biblical curse, Genesis 4:11-12. Now you are cursed from the ground. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. The mark. God placed a mark on Cain so no one would kill him. He's condemned to wander eternally, unable to die. The question, where did Cain go when he died? If he died, some traditions suggest he became a demon, first human to demonize. He wanders still, immortal through curse. He's imprisoned separately, neither heaven nor hell. Why hell might not accept him? If Cain became something other than human through his curse, neither mortal nor angel, he might not fit hell's categories. Some Gnostic and medieval texts describe Cain as the father of a demonic bloodline, beings that are human-derived but demonically corrupted. These wouldn't fit in hell's angel-based hierarchy. The deeper logic. Hell isn't random chaos. It's organized anti-heaven. For hell to function, it needs categories. Category 1, fallen angels, clear identity, hierarchical rank, specific functions, bound by their nature. Category 2, damned humans, individual souls, judged and condemned, tormented according to sins, still fundamentally human, but some entities don't fit. Reason number 1. Ontological category errors. The problem, Legion, Nephilim spirits, Lilith. These are hybrids or mutations that don't fit the binary, angel or human, celestial or terrestrial, individual or collective. Legion is individual, one possessing force, and collective, thousands of demons. Neither angel, fragmented, nor human, demonic. Nephilim are part angel, power, knowledge, and part human, mortality, flesh. Lilith is human origin, but demonic transformation. Why this matters? Hell's hierarchy is definitional. Each demon has a definition. Baal is this, Paimon is that. But how do you define Legion? Thousands of fragments. That's not a definition, it's a description of chaos. Hell can't organize what can't be defined. Reason time, Kinchin, they threaten the hierarchy. The power problem. Some entities are so powerful they threaten Hell's chain of command. Abaddon example. If Abaddon, ruler of the abyss, entered Hell's hierarchy, where would he rank? Impossible. Satan is supreme, below Satan, but he rules his own domain, equal to Satan, can't have two equals at the top. Solution. Keep Abaddon separate. He rules the abyss, Satan rules hell. No conflict. Lilith example. Lilith is called Queen of Demons, but hell already has queens. Lilith, Naama, Agrat Bat Mahalat, Asheth Zenunim in different traditions. If she entered hell's hierarchy, she'd compete with Satan's authority. Easier to keep her in the outer darkness. Reason number 3, they're too chaotic. Order requires predictability. Demons in hell's hierarchy follow rules, they answer to superiors. They have jurisdictions, they make binding contracts. They can be summoned, commanded, dismissed. Legion, unpredictable, thousands of wills, uncontrollable, can't bind what has no fixed identity, unreliable, fragments might act independently. Qliphoth, non-reliable, fragments might act independently. Qliphoth, non-reliable, fragments might act independently. Qliphoth, destructive, even to hell itself. Hell needs functional evil. Chaotic entities are liabilities. Reason number 4, they're reminders of failure. The Nephilim problem. Nephilim shouldn't exist. They're the result of the Watcher's sin, angels mating with humans. Their continued existence as wandering spirits is evidence of angels disobeying God, creation being corrupted, the original order being violated. Hell doesn't want reminders of angelic failure. Better to keep Nephilim spirits wandering than integrate them. The Legion problem. If Legion is a fragmented demon, it's evidence that demons can be shattered, that even infernal beings aren't inviolable. Satan doesn't want his demons knowing they can be broken. Better to exile Legion than show demonic vulnerability. Reason number 5, theological necessity. The symbolic function. Some entities exist outside hell to demonstrate God's power extends beyond hell's boundaries. He can imprison beings elsewhere. Not all evil fits in neat categories. Legion, Qliphoth represent chaos that even hell can't organize. There are worse fates than hell. Wandering fragmented forever might be worse than organized torment. The outer darkness is ultimate exile. Neither heaven's light nor hell's fire, just void. The geography of rejection. If heaven won't accept them and hell won't accept them, where are these entities? Location number 1, the abyss. Tartarus, bottomless pit. Biblical references, Peter 2:4, God cast angels into Tartarus. Jude 6, angels kept in eternal chains under gloomy darkness. Revelation 9:1-2, the abyss opened, releasing locusts. Revelation 21-3, Satan bound in the abyss for 1,000 years. Function, prison for the worst offenders, not hell. Permanent torment, but holding cell, awaiting final judgment. Who's there? The Watchers, 200 angels who took human wives. Azazel bound under rocks, separate from abyss but similar function. Possibly Legion-type entities. The worst fallen angels. Why it's different? Hell is active. Demons operate from there. Abyss is prison. Entities locked away, inactive. Abaddon rules the abyss as warden, neither in heaven nor in hell's hierarchy. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. What is it? Not hell, fire and brimstone, but void, absence of light, absence of presence, absolute isolation. Jewish mystical tradition. The outer darkness is the space outside creation, not non-existence, but existence without structure, light, or order. Who's there? Lilith, queen of the outer darkness. Qliphothic entities, broken shells, spirits that don't fit categories, those rejected by both heaven and hell. The horror. Hell has structure, hierarchy, punishment, fire, and company. Other demons. The outer darkness has nothing, just isolation, void, eternal wandering. Legion might exist here when disembodied, scattered fragments drifting in void. Location Tump 3, Earth, wandering. Luke 11:24, when the unclean spirit has gone out of a person, it passes through waterless places seeking rest, and finding none, it says, I will return to my house from which I came. Implications. Some demons/entities don't reside in hell. They wander Earth, seeking embodiment. Who wanders? Nephilim spirits, 1 Enoch. Legion-type entities, when disembodied. Unclean spirits seeking rest. Why wandering is torment. Demons without bodies are partially conscious but powerless, desperate for physical sensation, unable to fully interact with material world, seeking any host, human, animal, even objects. This explains why Legion begged to enter pigs better than wandering, why demons return to exorcised persons, familiar host, why possessions cluster in certain locations, wandering entities concentrate. Location number 4, bound in specific locations. Azazel's example, buried under rocks in Dudale Desert, not in hell, not wandering, but bound in specific geographical location. Other examples, demons bound to specific sites, haunted locations, entities sealed in objects, possessed items. Why binding instead of hell? Some entities are too dangerous to put in hell, threaten hierarchy, allow to wander, threaten humans, destroy, serve divine purposes. Solution: imprison them in isolated locations, sealed until judgment. What this means. The existence of entities hell won't accept reveals profound truths. Implication 101. Evil isn't monolithic. There isn't one type of evil with one structure. There's Malwarkarn, organized evil, hell's hierarchy, chaotic evil, Legion, Qliphothoth, exiled evil, outer darkness entities, imprisoned evil, abyss, bound entities. Not all demons serve Satan. Not all evil fits in hell's system. Implication 2. And there are worse things than hell. Jesus spoke of hell as fire and brimstone torment, weeping and gnashing of teeth, suffering. But organized suffering, hierarchy exists. The outer darkness is isolation, is void. No structure, no company, no purpose, just endless wandering in nothing. Which is worse? Hell's organized torment where you exist in hierarchy. Outer darkness where you're fragmented, scattered, barely conscious. Heaven versus hell. Saved versus damned. But reality includes hybrids, Nephilim, fragments, Legion, mutations, Lilith, category errors, Qliphothoth. Some beings simply don't fit, and that's terrifying because it means ruin. Reality is messier than theology. There are unknowns even in the supernatural. Not everything has a place or purpose. Implication to 4. Fragmentation is ultimate curse. Notice the pattern. Legion, fragmented into thousands. Clipophoth, broken shells. Wandering spirits, no home, no rest. The worst punishment isn't fire, it's incoherence. Hell preserves identity. You remain you while tormented. Fragmentation destroys identity. You become scattered, partial, barely conscious. Legion is conscious in thousands of pieces simultaneously. Imagine the horror. The entity Hell fears. We've explored Legion, the entity too broken for hell, too chaotic for heaven, existing in fragmented horror that even demons avoid. We've examined others Hell rejects. Abaddon, ruler of separate domain. Lilith, self-made demon queen. Nephilim spirits, category errors, hybrid abominations. Clipophoth, broken shells of failed creation. What they share don't fit Hell's hierarchy. Wrong category, too chaotic, too dangerous. Exist in liminal spaces, abyss, outer darkness, wandering earth. Worse fate than ordinary demons, isolation, fragmentation, exile. The horrifying truth, Hell has standards. There's evil so chaotic, so broken, so fundamentally wrong that even the Prince of Darkness won't accept it. Legion isn't in Hell commanding legions. Legion is Legion. Thousands of fragments wandering, seeking embodiment, begging to enter pigs rather than face the void. When the pigs drowned, Legion went, not heaven, not hell, somewhere between, scattered across the outer darkness, or wandering waterless places, or bound in isolation, still conscious, still fragmented, still seeking. The entity Hell won't touch is worse than demons. It's the breakdown of identity itself. Consciousness shattered into thousands of pieces, each aware but incomplete, desperate for wholeness that can never come. Hell is organized. Legion is chaos. Hell has hierarchy. Legion has only fragments. Hell has purpose, even evil purpose. Legion has only wandering, and it's still out there. Not in hell, not in heaven, but in the spaces between, the gaps in reality, the places even demons fear. Subscribe to Eternal Enigma for more explorations into entities that break theological categories. Until next time, remember, the worst horrors aren't always the organized evils with names and ranks. Sometimes the worst horror is the entity so broken that even Hell says we don't want it. Legion waits, fragmented, desperate, rejected by all, and nothing, not heaven, not hell, not earth, knows what to do with it.